Good evening, and welcome to the Super Bowl of the league that you are currently watching, the Whiskey League Season number 5. Super Bowl of Lightweights versus the Frogs. I am Popgun, and let me just ask real quick in chat, because this is the third time I've done this. The first time I didn't have my actual microphone set up correctly, so I was just doing the default, which I don't even know what that is. There's like a microphone set up in my desktop, I don't know. Then the second time I did it, I had the correct microphone, but I didn't have to downshift the mono, so everything was just coming out of the left ear. So the question in the chat, and we will not move forward until this gets answered. Can you hear my voice out of both of your stupid ears right now? If the answer is yes, then you guys will have a Super Bowl. If the answer is no, we will stay here all night until we get it fixed, because I'm not going to do the Super Bowl without this being correct. And I will wait here as long as necessary to get that confirmation. Or maybe you guys just can't hear me at all, which I guess is another possibility. And if that's the case, well, I don't really care, I guess. Wow. I don't really care, I guess. I don't really care, I guess. Man, that's so quiet. I could be wrong. We're going to roll with it, though. We're just going to make it happen. I'm assuming it is correct. And that means it is now time for the national anthem. So here's what I need you guys to do. Everybody, please stand up wherever it is that you are on this beautiful planet that we are. Gentlemen, make sure to take your caps off your head. And we are going to start off with playing the Canadian national anthem. And now, please remain standing as we play the American national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And that was your national anthem. I believe both of those, the Canadian and American version, sung by Kite, 188. A fantastic job right there. A beautiful voice for both songs as we skedoodle down, hopefully into the game. Whiskey League season number 5, Super Bowl here. This is going to be the Frogs, being made up of Dan at the quarterback, Mark Gasol, formerly of the Memphis Grizzlies, going to be the wide receiver, Mr. Stats, who chat seems to be assuming is Tony. In the running back position for the lightweights, we got Cheeky Wong at the quarterback position. Now, we're not doing the Brazilian national anthem, no. Unless we have some Brazilian players. I don't know where everybody's from. We're not going to dox anybody here. We're just going to roll with it, though. But for the lightweights, we got Cheeky Wong at quarterback, Sandman at wide receiver, and Gidim, a.k.a. Smith, at the running back. We're actually getting started. How about that? We're going to start it as we go into this thing. Okay. And we're going to do things correctly here. We are going to click everything that's not a quarterback and click those. QR DAS. Yes. This looks about right. Let's see. I believe the Frogs are the team that is in the blue. Lightweight's in the green. Let's see if they'll change colors at all. I can also stream on Discord. I could do that. That seems like a horrible idea. As we get the kickoff, the Super Bowl officially underway. And going to be a touchback to start things off. So this is the blue team. This is the Frogs. Going to be starting off with the ball on offense here. Again, that is Dan at the quarterback, Mark Gasol at the wide receiver, and Tony, I believe, Mr. Stats, in the running back position. And unless we got some audio issues coming out here. Of course, you know, it's a very loud. Very loud in the stadium today. Packed audience, as you can see. You got whatever these fellers are over here. And you can't even see the crowd. It's just so much action going on there. So obviously that's going to cause some audio issues, and it's caused some coverage issues as well. The running back slipping ahead of everybody. He's going to be running down the sideline. Jukes out a little bit. Are they going to get some extra yards off of that? No. But still, the running back, Tony, Mr. Smith, coming right out the gate, slipping free. I think the audio issues appear to be fixed. That's an immediate first down. Stepping in ball. Another open. This is going to be, what, a 90 up essentially. A long one. A huge first down. 2 plays. They're already within striking distance of a touchdown. Ball caught, a little bit of a screen pass, maybe a gain of a smidge or two. Brings up second down. The lightweight's a team I've not casted so far, but those players were. So I'm assuming there were some roster changes middle of the season just to make things work. And there is your first touchdown of the game. Mr. Stats going right to the mid and just kind of falling asleep and say, hey, you guys want to throw it to me right here? Nobody's guarding me. They're going to collapse, but they're not going to get there in time. And the kick. It's a little windy today in the stadium. But obviously the kicker doing a fantastic job of avoiding any issues there. And we are going to go, here's the guessing game. Where is the home score, away score, I believe is what we're doing here. 7 for the correct team? No, I think we got the wrong team. You.
The kick is up.
We're missing the kickoff, but we got the score correct. Unless we don't. We actually got a kick return that goes somewhere. If not anywhere. So the offense for the Frogs working extremely well here. So we take a look for the starting offense with Chiguang at quarterback, Mr. Sandman at the wide receiver position, and get him. Going to be coming out of the running back here. Opening play, a quick toss up to the Sandman. Going to be complete for a touchdown. As the chat apparently has some issues with people who are hair impaired. There's no need for that kind of slander. Some of us started losing our hair when we turned 16. We didn't have any control over it. Wide receivers, not. That's kind of a hard throw, especially if they don't have the race set up. Often to just run it. Not going to get the first down. That brings up 3rd and a smidge. Quick toss to the running back. Oh, somebody forgot to tell the running back that was going to be the case. We get a little bit of a taunt here. 4th down. If you don't convert here, it's going to be frog ball. Pretty much in enemy territory right here. And this is the impossible. Do you guard the wide receiver or do you try to stop? You can't do both by yourself.
Oh, no. I think it's broken.
And that's a nice little icon to the wide receiver there. Sandman bails them out. Tough play defensively. Nothing you can really do, especially when it's just so close to getting across the first down. If they were to just run it. Defender stuck in no man's land. Brings up 1st down. And a little bit of a contested throw blocked.
This is my house.
I believe our first incomplete pass, or at least defended pass of the day. They'll stop the clock with 15:22 left to go in the first half. 5:22 left to go in the first quarter. So we take a look at what's getting drawn up here. Possibly a sack. Gonna have to throw it. Not gonna be throwing to anybody on the green team. That's gonna be incomplete. But a scary throw. Obviously just to avoid the sack. Pressure being put on by Mr. Stats. Forcing that early throw and almost an interception. Lucky that it just falls, overthrown everybody into the end zone. Brings up 3rd down. As the pressure's coming right back again. This time around is going to get there in time. No, it's defended. That is defended. Mark Gasol on the coverage. That is going to bring up 4th down yet again. The second 4 of the drive. And that awkward situation yet again. Going to be going down to a wide open running back. Going to make the catch. Going to get the first down. Going to juke out a bunch of defenders. Could this block spring them free along the top side? Uses the boost. At the very least, they're going to get into the red zone here. What a heck of a play. wide open is get him, making the catch and making the reverse back all the way across the field, set it up a block by the Sandman, and we got our first sack of the
This is
game.
my house. My house.
Not much of a yard loss in the sack there. There was a big hit marked by the blood that's being absorbed into the ground. But it does take away a down and does back them up a little bit. It's now second down. And you cannot tell me that they did not cross the line. That was clearly crossed the line of scrimmage. Touchdown by Gideon. Where's the referee? What are you looking at? They were across the line of scrimmage. That's not how football works. At least you're in position to watch this. Nah, yeah, don't even watch it go past you. Just keep looking forward. I'll tell you, it was good, referee. The kick was good. We're now tied at 7. Yeesh.
The kick is up.
We're going into another drive. That was a heck of a drive by the lightweights. Twice they faced a fourth down. One was short, one was long. They converted both times. Took a sack, didn't let it rattle them. Meanwhile, the Frogs, on the other hand, their first offensive drive was, if you blinked, you missed it. They moved very quickly down the field, and they're picking up right where they were left off. A very quick first down toss. Dan in a shotgun formation. Has a wide open running back up top. Opts to go to the wide open wide receiver at the bottom. Some broken coverage all over the place here for the lightweights. And another pitch and catch, easy first down. Keeps the chains moving now into the lightweight territory as the clock continues to run. Is that a sack? That is going to be a sack. Nicely done there by the Sandman. Used to be a blitzing from the running back position. Now doing the wide receiver today. Able to get the sack. That's a pretty substantial loss of down or loss of yards. And a very quick toss to Mr. Stats, who makes the catch and a few yards after the catch. So that's going to basically get him back to the original line of scrimmage. Third down, about 10 left to go. It's a good way to pick up the yards, but they've lost 2 downs, getting essentially nowhere on this set of downs.
He's running.
Dan opting to run with it right here. Gets a nice block, but not going to get the first down. Gets very close to it, though, and you can do that kind of dangerous. Am I going to run across? Am I going to icon somebody? A lot of options here, but this is the first fourth down that we're going to be facing. Taking a view at the Frogs. Both players running down the field. Opting to go for it all, but there's going to be coverage right there. This is going to be an incomplete pass. Nicely played. You would think maybe biting on that, both of the wide receiver and running back cutting down. The defense, though, was ready for the deep ball. They shut it down. No touchdown. Turnover on downs. And now the lightweights, who overcame 2 fourth downs in the previous drive, was able to stop the one necessary. They start off the drive with a run that gets stuffed. Technically into the second quarter now. Score tied 7 apiece. But our first turnover of the day. And this is going to be too far. Just out of reach. Mr. Sandman, a little bit slow getting out of there. Might be cramping after that last defensive effort that they had. A two-way player having to play both defense and offense. That takes a wear on you. But a wide open play, just he needed to wait a little bit longer before that throw came out. This one, just fine. Wide open running back, make the catch, make the jukes. A shifty player, and I like the effort being put in by the wide receiver to come down and get the blocks as well. So that seems to be an ideal play. Get the ball in your running back's hand, set up some blocks, let them get some yaks. We'll do what they need to do here. Another icon to the running back who slips past the defender. Dives down and keeps the chains moving into enemy territory here. Comes back to make the catch. That's going to be a first down as well, taking another big hit. Can we get somebody to clean up that blood? Oh, you couldn't be bothered. You could not be bothered. I'd expect nothing less from you. Caught along the sideline. That's going to bring up a 1st and goal for the lightweights. They are moving down the field. Pretty much uninterrupted. I don't think there's been any hiccups on this drive. Except for an opening run that didn't really go anywhere. But this brings up 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Lightweight's knocking on the door. The last thing you want to do here is just throw it away, get an interception. You got a couple of downs to work with. The sack provides a little bit of breathing room for the player who's going to be probably spying down the middle here. 3rd down. Jukes! Oh, Chicky Wong. You sneaky dog, you. Slipping and breaking Tom Brady against Brian Urlacher. As we try to get a block, can they block the field goal? The answer is no. So that's going to be lead for the lightweights. 14 consecutive points.
The kick is up.
Cheeky Wong doing a good job of juking out the defender and just saying, I'll take it myself. It's 3rd down. Did you get that tackle? That brings up 4th down. With about 2 yards to go. Adds a lot of pressure there. 6:20 left on the clock. Plenty of time for this high-flying, fast-moving offense for the Frogs. Just going to get a first down right here. Keep in mind that the lightweights are going to get the ball to start the second half. So if you're the Frogs, you want to score, but you don't want to leave too much time left on here. Let's go into the locker room with this one tied at 14 apiece. Would be ideal if you are the Frogs. Maybe 15-14, but first off, you just got to get down to that red zone, the touchdown. By the way, I like this better when I don't like this color. There's got to be a different texture other than just poo brown to use for the end zone indicator.
He's making a run for it.
Opting to slip pass. That is not a first down. But it does cross the halfway mark. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in the first half here. 2nd down. Dan's just going to run for it, pick up the first down. Sandman a little bit late to get that angle. Moves the chains, keeps the clock running as well. And this is where you got to start thinking, not so much for the Frogs, but for the lightweights. Do you start using your timeouts, hoping to get the ball back and get another opportunity to maybe get into field goal position? Maybe Hail Mary it a couple of times. Do you want to try to save some time on the clock here?
You're no match for my powers.
Or just get a defensive stop like you did last time. A turnover on downs. That would be nice as well. First down here in lightweight territory. That's going to be contested if anybody can even get to it. The answer is no. Incomplete pass. Brings up second down and 10. 3:10 left to go. We still got the 2-minute warning used any time. Both teams having their full complements of timeouts. And that is complete. I had a bit of a brain fart there. I was like, oh, that's a straight up interception. But no, the blue team is the one that is wanting to throw to the blue team. Some teammates having a conversation right there. The sack at the line of scrimmage, so no yards lost other than a loss of down. Now, do you just play this out to the 2-minute warning, or do you try to run the play? I don't know how fast that reaver goes. You might not have been able to hold on to it right there. That is going to be a first down, though. A little pitch and catch right down the middle. And we have hit the 2-minute warning. In the goal line position. Here comes first down. Coverage down the middle. Both defenders leave the quarterback alone. Nobody's opting to use a timeout just yet, so the clock is going to just wind on down. And this is only going to hurt the lightweights, not help them. Because you want some time on the clock with whatever ends, whatever the result of this drive is. For the Frogs here, opting to roll back up top, going to run it forward yet again, gets a little bit closer. Third down. More importantly, the clock. Man, call a timeout here. What? They're going to go into the locker room with no time. You could have double dipped. So they're... lightweights just opting for time to just go away and giving up an opportunity to get the ball back before halftime to do something. Dan tried to run it in again. The running back just sitting there, but a nice little switch up. That time, Sandman drops back. Cheeky Wong moving up. And a timeout finally called, this time by the Frogs, to set up fourth down and goal. With 11 seconds left to go. So for all intents and purposes, this is it for the half. And we will call for a shifting of things and redo the lobby, which means we always got to do the awkward situation. We'll figure that out. Going with the field goal?
It's up.
And is it going to be good? Yes, it is. Not going for the tie, opting to go for the field goal. All right, so that's a dub for the lightweights. Points on the board being put on there. So not opting to try to tie it up. That's not a strategy you typically see. Usually it's a lot of greedy folks in this league, opting to get as many points as you can. That time around, a very conservative approach. See how that will affect the rest of the game here. But again, this is the last play. And if you used your timeout, lightweights, you'd have like a minute 30 left here to do something. Instead, not. So that's the end of the first half. It looks like everybody is good. So we're just going to keep playing on here. By the way, they answer some questions in chat as we take a quick timeout. Do I have a Switch 2? I do not have a Switch 2 because there's no games that make me feel like I should get one yet. Although I'm now seeing that the prices are about to go up, so that sucks. But if there's ever a game I'll be interested in getting, then I'll go get it. The new Star Fox game, why are they remaking Star Fox 64 a third time? I guess you could argue it's the second time, but still. And why'd they make them look like real animals? They look gross. They made it look like if I walked out of my house right now and I saw a frog in a spaceship, that's what that would look like. It's a cartoon. Don't make them look like real animals. It looks gross. It looks like the Sonic the Hedgehog movie before they changed it. And I hope they take that approach. I hope they give it like the Sonic the Hedgehog approach to that, because that was disgusting. Falco having that doggone bird feet. Like, I don't need that. It's a video game. I didn't catch what the timeout was for, by the way. I hope I'm not supposed to be playing some like national anthem again like that. Lightweight's up 14-10. Lightweights are going to get the ball to start the second half. Only 2 drives from the lightweights, both of them resulting in a touchdown. Nobody's subbing out. There was some question of somebody who needed to recreate the lobby because the UI was broken. And it is not. So we have a kickoff, and we're just going to keep on rolling. 2 drives for the lightweights, both resulting in touchdowns. Twice they got forced into a fourth down situation that converted both times. So their offense has yet to be stopped. They just haven't gotten many touches. And it's not going to be stopped right here either. That's going to be a first down pitch and catch to the Sandman. Wide open up top there. That's going to move the chains. Defensively for the Frogs, you have to get a stop at some point. That's why you kick the field goal. You got to be confident you're going to be able to force an interception. Maybe get one of those BS fumbles. Sacks helps as well. Sacks are very nice. We had a couple of sacks on both sides. The Frogs are up. I've had these teams. You waited till now to tell me that the score was reversed? Okay, well, we'll fix that. Oh, gosh. Okay. You got 10. You got 14. Okay, so the Frogs are in the green, and the lightweights are in the blue. So the score has been correct the whole time. The players have been correct the whole time. If you go rewind the VOD, go back to whenever I said Frogs and lightweights, just switch it out, and we're good. By the way, another sack. This one more deadly. This is what? 2nd and 20? Another huge sack. So that's what your game plan seems to be defensively here. Just keep the pressure on the quarterback. You force some awkward throws as well that have come out to be incompletion. So pressure on the quarterback is going to be key. Well, it's the key for everybody, Pop. Yeah, I get it. I hate it when you watch what's the keys to victory? Sack the quarterback, establish the run game, and blitz all night. Like every single one. It's got it. So just play football. That's the keys to victory. Thanks. Nice throw, by the way. Hesitate to say wide open and got the defender right on their tail. But nice little pitch and catch to a wide receiver leading their defender, able to make it a first down. So another big sack overcome by the defense. The offense. Nope.
Second down.
It's a block. Second down. 15:42 left to go. And even if the team is wrong. We're just going to keep moving on.
Third down.
Where's the player analyst? We're not doing that crap. LOL. You can be the player analyst in chat if you want. You can just type out whatever you want. And we'll just roll with that. That could be your player analyst.
Can't make the grab. Fourth down.
Now at fourth down, the third time that we've reached this. For this is the frogs, not the lightweights. So the third time, they've converted both of their attempts before. A field goal would give them a 7-point lead, but they get a touchdown here. That pretty much ends it. Pretty much ends it, don't it? That pretty much ends it, don't it? You're up by 11 now.
And he splits the uprights.
21-10, and now this is where that field goal comes back to say, because it doesn't really do you any favors at this point. You've got to score 2 touchdowns, but you got to stop the Frogs, which you haven't
The
done
kick is up.
in the first 26 minutes of the game. The sacks have been nice. They haven't been consistent enough. Players running free. Opted to go with a run. No, a little flea flicker. Back to the running back.
Second down.
A lot of hands touching that ball back and forth, just for them to get 5 yards. But the ball keeps moving. A little shifty back up top across for the first down, getting some blocks that gets him a little bit of extra yardage, and the ball keeps moving. So this is the lightweights. Of course, there's been plenty of pressure put on by Mr. Sandman as well. Both offensive lines for both teams should be ashamed of themselves in this performance. These quarterbacks are getting hurried and beat up all day long as we see the toss-up. Ooh. Cheeky Wong.
You're no match for my powers.
Able to get the interception, thrown into coverage. A 2v1 toss-up in the favor of the defense. The defense comes away with it with an 11-point lead. 12:45 left to go. You basically have to get a turnover here.
Tip. Broken up. Second down.
And now you got to get 2 stops, actually. You got to stop the ball twice. If you're the lightweights, which you haven't done all game. You haven't stopped them once. So now you got to stop them twice in the next 12 minutes. Oh, everybody seems to be covered. Can they get there in time to block it? Yes, so this should be a toss-up. Ultimately becoming a block, but that is a time waster. And that is a avoiding the sack. There's nothing there. Clock does stop, I guess. I'm not really wasting a ton of time. And I guess the time isn't really the issue right now. It's just the can you stop them or not. Third down. Delay of game. Oh, so it's fourth down all of a sudden. Did they have the play called for fourth down? running backwards. Might just be another toss-up here. And it is a 2v2. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you didn't.
No match for my powers.
No match for my powers. Oh, no. Get him, got him. That's... Well,
Second down.
nothing going the way of the middleweights, the heavyweights, the lightweights, defensively. Even when they should have got the stop right there, they can't. They get a miracle fourth delay of game. A third down gets turned into fourth down in the middle of the hike.
Down.
Throws up a prayer and it gets caught. Oh, man. Third down here. If you can get a sack. Which you're not going to get here. Defensive lineman doesn't get enough job. In fact, they're probably just going to run it for the first down. Nice job by the Devourer to throw off the defender. Hey, you actually did something there.
You're no match for my powers.
Brings up a new set of downs. No, why? Why? There's 6 players on the field. I feel like 8 of them were in on that schmuggle, and still that got caught yet again by the offense. Brings up second down. There's the wide receiver was there if there was a raid. Or maybe they could have closed in on it in time, but still. Able to run, gets the first down. Less than 10 minutes now.
He's making a run for it. Second down.
I think that's about it. You get that random fumble, a strip sack, return for a touchdown. You got something going here. Oh, just out of the fingertips. It was third down. But what you can see is another one of those awkward, oh, I crossed the line, but the ball didn't, so I can still throw it kind of things. Almost impossible to defend. You could see that happen here. Quarterback in the pistol formation. A timeout called to avoid delay of game. Timeout by the offense. The clock was already stopped, so I think that was just to avoid the delay. And that slips through. Very dangerous. That could have been an interception. Instead, it's the Sandman. Bring me a dream. Make you the cutest that I've ever seen.
And he splits the upright.
And it's not over till it's over. Yeah, well. 7 minutes and 58 seconds for nonsense to happen, I guess. It would help if you return this for a touchdown. And then get an onside kick. And then maybe get the referee to throw some flags or something. And you can see the lightweights get back into this one. Bum, 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 bum.
I love this game.
Oh, well. How's your Saturday night going? Is that going to be an immediate just toss back? Oh, you got it. Oh, yeah, it was an interception. Okay. I thought it said touchdown. And both teams just politely trading the ball back and forth between each other.
Wide open. Second down.
Man, oh man.
Hot high.
Okay, so let's theory craft here. You score, best case scenario, you do it in
First down.
a minute 30-second. Like maybe you could score with 5 minutes left on the clock. You get a 2. They'll make it 18-28. Then you gotta get a touchdown and a field goal in the next 5 minutes. I mean, the fumbles here, and you just gotta toss this up, and that's an interception. Okay, so that's... Let's stop theory crafting. Let's just let time run out. Let's give props to the team that has ended up going to win this one. Cheeky Wong, the quarterback position. Played fantastic all day long. Mr. Sandman, not just making some catches at the wide receiver position, but also throwing a ton of blocks and getting a lot of sacks, a lot of pressure onto the quarterback, forcing some erratic throws, backing the players off. Doing a little bit of everything here. And, of course, get him. Interceptions, touchdowns, runs, playing injured. Looking like Pigpen with that dust of cloud all over them. Magically heals themselves. Forget that the icon is a thing. And now he got an interception. All right, are we back to theory crafting here? Can you score rather quickly on this play? The answer is no. As we approach midnight Eastern time, underneath,
He's running with it.
taking the snap under center. Why does it keep popping up like that randomly? Why doesn't it just stay off? First down. Gets out of bounds. The clock's stopped. By the way, they have all 3 of their timeouts. Only one's been used the entire game.
He's running. Second down.
Frogs did it. Now the clock's going to keep running. Second down and goal. And man, if they just gone for it here, they would have been down by 2 scores at the end of the second half if they converted. So this is going to be a touchdown.
They're
Going for 2. And even if they don't get this, they still only down by 12, so they just got to get 2 touchdowns. Going for it for 2 just means you only got to kick a field goal on the other 2 possessions that you have to get if they were to convert this. Otherwise, it's just touchdown city from here on out. Going up top. That's going to be complete. It's going to look good on the newspaper, the final box score at the end. You only lost by 10. Put an 8 spot up on the board, 28-18. 35 left to go.
The kick is up.
Full complement of timeouts and the 2-minute warning at your disposal, but you're basically just hoping for a strip sack return for a touchdown and then do it again. Technically back-to-back interceptions thrown by Cheeky Wong. That first one kind of I don't know, just the game's over kind of one. The other one thrown inadvertently. We'll see what they do with it up here. So we're able to get the first down. Gotta time up that sack. Yeah, sacks are not super good because they still keep the clock running. You got to get a sack with the powerful strike at the same time if you want to have any hope of keeping this one going. Try to force a fumble. Which RNG, Super Bowl RNG, would be nice to see. The Maryland I formation being used there. Ooh, a little dangerous. Looks like the defenders could have got there in time to make something happen. But it's a first down. And this is going to take us to the 2-minute warning that Reaver is not going to get there in time.
Time is winding down.
So that's out of the way. And even if you were to intercept it and return it, it's not much time here. Stay in bounds, please. Let's not drag this out. Congratulations, though. Cheeky Wong, Mr. Sandman, and get 'em. They're going to move on to be your Super Bowl champions. A team that fought hard all season long. They gave it their all. They believed in each other. Terrible announcer. Cuddy, is that you? Is that you crying in chat? Somebody's got to do it. And that's going to do it, right? Right?
You're no match for my powers.
It's GG's, both teams shaking hands while the clock is still running down. That's going to do it. That's going to do it. And, well. Oh, scoring. Close things out. I think that's going to do it right there. Yeah, we'll make we'll make it official. We'll change the official score. We'll say for gambling purposes that did count. They win 18-34 is your final. Congratulations to them. Taking a look at the final stats. 3 units produced by Cheeky Wong. That is why Cheeky Wong is going to be your Super Bowl MVP of this one. Nobody built any structures, no resources harvested. That's kind of that's a huge issue across the league. But get them with the highest score. Wait, how'd they actually get a higher score? What is that? I don't even know how that works. Regardless, that does it. If you were hoping we were going to do interviews, that is not going to be the case. It is midnight. We're going to bed. There's going to be an award show at some point. And I'm sure that will be a more appropriate time to give some flowers to the winning Super Bowl champion team and maybe even talk to the runner-up to see how they feel about that loss. But for the rest of that, I'm going to bed. And I encourage all of you to do the same. Sleep is important. Fatigue makes cowards of us all. And I'm sure there's more information to come at the end of Season 5 of the Whiskey League here. But for that, I am Popgun. I am signing off for the night. Good evening to all of you. Congratulations once again to the Frogs. They are your Super Bowl champions. GG's.